and welcome back to our channel, How We Move the Decimal. In the video today, I bought a large lot of playing cards at a local estate auction. I've talked about this auction before. We have a local auction company that does all of like the little surrounding towns, our main town and like little surrounding towns, and he does online auctions through there. And with this, we have probably bought from them 5 times in the past couple months. There's a new auction every week. Sometimes he does online, sometimes he does live. There's currently, and once a month he does like a big consignment auction. The big consignment auction is going on now. I haven't looked at it yet. I might do a video of me walking through it and seeing if I want anything. We are, as I'm recording this, it is October 11th. I'm not sure when it will go up on the YouTube channel, but we are basically here in the middle of nowhere, Midwest. We have seasoned out of garage sales. This weekend, it got into freezing. We had our first frost this past Saturday. It got down to 32 degrees. So we are basically out of garage sales at this point. I'm going to have to rely on thrift stores. We have several thrift stores in the area, and none of them are great. Their prices are pretty high. Our local Salvation Army, I'm priced out of that. I barely go in there. We have gone in there a couple times recently, not for reselling, but for buying stuff for Halloween costumes. I don't know, like, how many of you guys, when you go and you shop for personal items, so like I needed some work clothes, so I went in there and looked for some work clothes for me, and we looked for some Halloween costumes, and we're probably going to go back in one of our local thrift stores, if not the Salvation Army, because my kids want to make a scarecrow for Halloween. Sorry, I had to stop the recording so I could sneeze. It's also harvest season, so all my allergies are all up in arms right now. So I'm all sniffly and sinusy and sneezy, but thrift store is not great for reselling. They're okay. Sorry, I just keep sneezing. I had to stop for like 5 minutes and sneeze and take care of all of that. Jeez. But what I was saying is we're running really closely up into the season where I'm not going to be able to source much. Our thrift stores are great if you're going to buy for yourself and want a deal. They are not good enough prices to flip. Every once in a while, I'll get decent prices on things that I may, they don't realize what they have, but several of our local thrift stores have started putting eBay printouts with their items, and those are on things that I'm used to getting better deals on. So that's kind of upsetting to me. So I'm hoping that I can rely more on this online auction through the winter. I'm not going to get clothes for this. I would only get hard goods. Granted, I did get a lot of vintage sheets, and I'll video photographing those soon, but I think I'm going to have to rely on this local auction as a main thing, which it kind of sucks for me because I prefer clothing and soft goods to hard goods. My husband likes to list the hard goods more than I do, but his job is more demanding, so I have more time. I think in this deck of cards, or in this lot of cards, I had probably 70 decks of cards in there. A lot of them were unopened, which was great. They're sealed. I don't have to do anything with it, but then these were open, so every open deck of cards I had to go through and make sure they had all the cards, make sure they weren't damaged. There was a couple decks that are worth more, but I will say I've already sold a lot of the decks. I also have to be very clear in my listings because there are some Pinochle decks in here, and if you've ever played Pinochle, it doesn't have a full deck of cards, so I don't want someone to buy these cards thinking they're getting a full deck of cards when it's actually a Pinochle deck. So I had to be very aware of that. I went through all of the decks of cards, counted all the cards, and I think there's 3 videos of me listing these. I double timed them, and I want to say in total, sorting through all the cards, going through all the decks of cards, It took probably 4 hours total just doing this box of cards. It was like a liquor box full of cards, so, and all the resellers out there know the different size of boxes. It was like a liquor box full, which was nice. It was a lot of cards. I also got greeting cards, so I have playing cards and greeting cards from the same auction. I want to say for this large box of cards, I paid $5 because in bidding increments, you cannot bid by, you can bid by $1 up into 5. Once you get to $5, you have to bid by $2.50 until you get to 20. And once you bid by 20, you have to bid by 5s. So I think my top bid was 5. And what I normally do is I get too super competitive at the end of the auction, so I can't watch them. If I live watch them, I would spend more money on lots than I would be comfortable with. So I went and did a lot of max bids. So my max bid on this is $5. My max bid on this is $7.50. My max bid on this. And I like to do an odd increments because a lot of people are like, okay, I'll go up to $5. Well, knowing that, I would probably do my max bid as $7.50 or something like that. So they would go, oh gosh, they're going way over this. Also, side note, it's pouring down rain outside and my dishwasher's on and my cat is doing zoomies all over the house. So like you're getting stuffy sinusy me, zoomy cat, dishwasher, and rain all in the background. It should be a very odd ASMR video. But it was kind of cathartic to go through all of these. I was super frustrated though, like 2 decks of cards that were would have been my most profitable decks of cards, each were missing 1 card. And I was afraid that what they held them in, cards were falling out. So I was afraid that it was in the box that the cards came in. So I ripped the box apart, trying to find these 2 cards, and I could not find them anywhere, which is so unfortunate because they would have been worth a lot of money, which is sad. I might try to sell them. Like, I have the Jokers, and the Jokers I might be able to get like $5 to $10 for just the Jokers from the deck because people had lost the Jokers over the years. So I might sell them that way. I think I'm missing like the 5 of clubs or something. Not even like a face card. It's just a normal. It's so frustrating. And I don't think, well, yes, they are in the video. So there's a green deck of cards over to the side. It's that deck of cards, and I'm missing the 5 of clubs in it. And it would have been like between $50 and $75 for the deck of cards if I had all of the cards. I don't know if these people were like weekly card players or what. There was a lot of casino cards. They went to Vegas a lot. They went to our local casino here, not in our town, but our local state, like within the state casino. Vegas, our local, and I think there was a couple from Atlantic City. There were so many decks of cards, all different sizes. And I sold the miniature cards already. They sold fairly quickly. The bicycle poker cards, the unopened sealed ones, sold very, very quickly. Some pinnacle cards have sold. I sold a lot of bridge cards, so also be aware of that and make sure to list that in your listing because bridge cards are smaller than poker cards. And I think my next video has the poker cards in it, so you can see, or has the bridge cards in it. They're, compared to my hand, they're very small, which is interesting, but you also want to be aware. So yes, I have the 2 Jokers in this deck, and I want to say I'm missing like a non-face card. I went through and did all of that, just sorting out by the things first, and then I go through and sort out by the like number. So I have all the clubs, I have the Jokers, all the clubs. I have all the spades, I think. I don't know which one. I'm missing one of them. missing hearts. I'm missing the 8 of hearts. So I have all of it but the 8 of hearts. And I'm going back through going, oh, crap. Because this deck was what was actually worth money, which was sad. I might try just to sell the face cards and the jokers. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to piecemeal that out, but it was so sad. I was going to keep the sound on this because listening to the cards being flopped down and stuff was really interesting, but I think I'm telling my kids to do something at this point. I'm home with my children as I'm listening this out. My oldest kid took 3 decks for himself. He is such a scavenger that way. They weren't really worth anything decks, so I wasn't going to fight him on it, but he did take 3 decks for himself. So there's that. Thank you for watching this video. I'm going to have 2 other videos of me sorting through this lot of cards because it did take so long. Please tune into my other videos and please like and subscribe. Thank you.